Silverstone from Fayetteville. Check it out in the Now magazine.
Let's talk a little bit about the history of the band. How long have you guys been together?
We've been together about 7 years now. Yeah, we all just started. Nobody really had any experience. Just kind of took off and stuck with it.
And is this the original lineup of the band?
No, we've switched some members and stuff. Our drummer's been with us about 2 years now. And we've had some different guitars and stuff like that. But there's 3 of us that have been together for the 7 years.
And you remember the first time the 5 of you guys played together the first time? You remember what that was like?
Oh yeah, it was magic, man. That's when we knew it was right. We had it definitely it's family.
Any memories from that first performance together?
I know for me, I just remember everybody kind of looking around me like, this feels right. This feels right. This is right. I think so many times with bands, especially if you change on pieces, sometimes it's not real kosher and things don't feel good. But definitely when it's right, it's right.
Nice. Now, are you guys all pretty comfortable in the recording studio atmosphere? Because I know a lot of bands prefer being out on the road as opposed to being in the studio, and vice versa. How would you put your band? Are you guys comfortable with?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think
I'd say it's both ways on the road and recording. We have a good time.
Being comfortable with each other.
Sometimes too comfortable.
Yeah, we don't wear clothes most of the time. We try to go naked. This is weird for us right now.
It's very foreign.
Nice. Let's talk a little bit about the tour you guys are currently on. How long have you guys been out on the road?
Actually, this is just kind of a weekend thing right now. We haven't actually had a tour since last spring and summer, so it's been a bit. We've been doing some writing and recording, and we're looking at this coming spring and back out our touring season. So right now we're just doing weekends.
Yeah, you were talking about doing some writing and recording. When can the fans expect something new from you guys?
We go in Monday to the studio. We got some tracks we're getting ready to cut this next week, so we should have by the end of the week. We should have some stuff out if everyone wants to check us out on Facebook and MySpace and all that stuff. Silverstone is the name. Silverstone.
Let's talk a little bit about the band's name. Since you brought that up, how did that whole thing come about?
It's really weird. The band name Silverstone. We tried to find a band name for everything stupid. We looked for a long time, and then G came up with the idea and said that his grandpa used to call the moon Silverstone. We're like, we like it. We got Silverstone. That's how it came about.
Nice. Now, for someone who's never heard of you guys before, how would you describe your guys' sound to them?
I would say we're a mix of like Janis Joplin, Miley Cyrus, a little bit,
And George Strait.
George Strait's in there. There's some definite Strait.
Pretty much
We're-
rock.
Yeah, we get compared to like bands like Shinedown and Breaking Benjamin and Seether and stuff like that quite a bit. So I guess we're in that vein. If you had to put your finger on it.
So you were talking a little bit about Facebook and MySpace earlier. What's your guys' thoughts and opinions on those crazy things?
Man, I think they're great. Yeah, especially right now, the world we're in. I don't think there's very many people that don't have a Facebook page, and it's just a free tool that you should use to get your music to people. I mean, it's free. It's an awesome networking system, and everybody should take advantage of it. If you're an artist or if you're trying to get something out to people, you might as well use those kind of things. It's where the world's going.
Now, do you think that's helped your guys' band having that tool?
For sure. We actually, before we really started rolling with things, we were on MySpace before Facebook took a lot. We really pushed MySpace, and we actually got a thing to go do a contest. We got everybody to vote for us for this contest for Make Rock History, where we got to go do a thing with Motley Crue. So anyways, we used that, and that really fueled us to really use those outlets, because it really works. You can go on there and really push. Like I said, it's free. So.
Nice. Let's talk a little bit about your guys' musical influences? I'm sure there's hundreds of musical influences. Who would you say maybe one or two off the top of your head would be?
I know each of us is different. We all have kind of a different thing.
What about maybe like an overall band?
Overall, I know all of us, as far as like classics, we really look up to like bands like Led Zeppelin and the greats like that. You know, Alice in Chains is a really big influence on me, and there's a lot. I guess Chains would be the main one we all sort of share. So.
Now, if you guys had a chance to go out and tour with any other band that's out there right now, who would that band be?
That's a pretty good question.
Yeah.
China would be pretty good.
Alice in Chains.
Chains are best.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Is there any one band that you've opened up for that just sticks out in your mind as, man, that fucking show was
We
badass?
toured with Hellstorm. They were probably the coolest people we've ever done anything with. I know our memory that we don't actually remember, but we hear people talk about the last show we did with them was their last tour date. Anyways, we start playing and they start bringing us shots
After
every song.
Every
Just
song.
kept bringing us shots. We all pretty much blacked out, but they're needless to say they're like the coolest people I think I've ever done anything with.
I would agree with you. Yeah, there's some good friends of
They're
ours.
really great people.
Let's talk a little bit about going back to the social networking sites. Are you guys fully involved in all of those personally?
Yeah.
Because I know some bands hire people to handle their Facebook and MySpace.
No, that's actually
but-
we do all that work.
We like to do it. I mean, that's our way. That's the number one way to be like direct with your fans.
Yeah.
Like, just talk straight to them. I mean, you're on Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook every day. Yeah. So you're going to be on there and talk to them.
Yeah,
It's the number one way.
we enjoy that. Yeah, we like to be able to talk to people and get personal with people. So it's a big part.
Let's talk a little bit about equipment. What's each one of you guys individually playing? Let's maybe start on this end.
I play sonar drums.
I play DBZ guitars and I use a Mesa amplification.
I use Caleb Inert human vocal strings.
I got 2 keys. I got a Phantom and a Yamaha Motif.
Nice.
I use Warwick bass, and I have a GK amp, or a head and 2 cabs, 410s, and 15-inch sub, both hand-picked.
Nice. What about endorsements? You guys have endorsements from any of those?
I have one from DBZ Guitars. They're a new company made by Dean Zielinski, which is most of the Dean guitars. I think I'm not sure of the whole story of what it is, but I really enjoy it. They play awesome, clean, pretty.
How did you get hooked up with those guys?
I think our management has his friends, one of the guys who works for him, and also Saliva is another band they're also endorsed by him, and that's the first time we ever saw them. And just got an email one day asking us, I'm like, sure.
Nice. So what's the rest of 2011 hold for you guys? What do you guys got planned?
Yeah, we got some big stuff. We're getting ready to head to Hollywood. We have a show at the Whiskey up there. It's going to be a pretty big one that we're really looking forward to. And we'll go from there, I guess, man. We should have some touring and hopefully new albums. Things are on the up.
So talk a little bit about your guys' local music scene when you guys were getting started. Was it tough for you guys to break it into the scene?
Yeah, I think it takes time. We really, we have a lot of friends, so they really helped us get going. They're very supportive and ended up, they still come like every show, and we built that core, and more and more just came from that. So yeah, it takes time, but it's something that you got to stick at, or if you give up, you'll never get fixed.
On the subject of up-and-coming bands, is there anything new that you guys are into personally, or that you're listening to?
Man, I've been really digging Mumford & Sons, that band that's kind of like a full clean thing. I don't know, as far as new.
If we were to maybe go through your like iPod, is there any particular artist or band that would kind of surprise us that you're listening to them?
I'm a big Maroon 5 fan. I love Maroon 5. So I listen to that, Michael Bublé. I think everybody, that's the best thing about our band is our band has such eclectic taste in music, because you always know when Travis is driving because there's hip hop playing, and, you know, but like that's what makes the music a lot better for all of us, is since all of us like so many different types of bands, it brings that influence to our music. So.
Nice.